When I first saw the cupcake pops on Bakerella.com, I knew I had to make them. However, I'm not the most patient baker, so I have a secret shortcut. I didn't use the oven nor the stove. Instead, I baked the cake in a microwave in 10 minutes instead of the normal 40 minutes in the oven. That way, I could focus my time on decorating. Here's how I made the cupcake pops. You'll need red velvet cake mix and cream cheese frosting. You'll also need lollipop sticks, small cookie cutters 1.25 inches wide, candy melts, chocolate for the base, and whatever colors you want for the top of the cupcake. And of course, fun sprinkles. A styrofoam block, small clear candy bags, and ribbons. Alright, I promised the boys that they could make the cake before they went to bed, so please excuse the silly pajamas. To mix the batter, follow the directions on the back of the cake mix package. Every brand of cake mix is a little different. Mine called for water, oil, and eggs. Pour the batter into a microwave-safe 13x9 pan. You'll want to set your microwave to medium-high, about a level 7, and we're going to cook it for 9 minutes. This is about 5 minutes into the cooking process, 4 more minutes to go. Okay, 9 minutes is up, and as you can see, the cake isn't quite done yet, but this is good. At least I know I need about another 1.5 minutes for the cake to be fully cooked. Okay, it's done. It's perfect. And as you can see, there's a little bit of a wet spot in the middle, but that is okay. It'll continue to cook as it cools. And of course, the boys get a little treat before they go to bed. Here we go. Put the cake in the food processor and pulse just a few times until it resembles very fine crumbs. You might want to do this in a couple batches. Add about 3/4 of the can of frosting and mix thoroughly. Now we're going to see if we need to add a little bit more of the frosting. Take a little bit of it and roll it in your hands. If it doesn't stick together like this, if it falls apart, you're going to add a little bit more frosting. I added a couple tablespoons more. Okay, now roll it in your hands again, and this time it's perfect. It stayed as a ball. To make all my balls even in size, I like to use a 1-inch ice cream scoop. Roll the ball in your hands to make it pretty compact. You want the shape to stay, and if you find that it's breaking apart, add a little bit more frosting. You're going to refrigerate the balls for about an hour, or you can stick them in the freezer for about 15 minutes. While the balls are chilling, we're going to work with the candy melts. You can do this in the microwave at 30-second intervals, and just make sure you keep stirring after 30-second intervals until it is completely melted like this. The candy melt was just a bit too thick, so I added a touch of cooking oil to make the candy melt easier to work with and to thin it out. Now make sure you use neutral flavored oil like canola or vegetable. Olive oil is too strong in flavor. After the balls have chilled, take them out of the refrigerator and we're going to use the cookie cutter. Now I started using the bottom right cookie cutter that looks like a flower and found that it was too big for the cupcake pops. So I switched to the tulip, and in a bit I'll show you exactly what I did. Okay, take one of those balls and roll it between your palms just gently to create a nice oval shape, just like this. Okay, stick one end of the oval into the cookie cutter and use your palm and your fingers to mold and shape it into a little cupcake shape like this. So even though the tulip shaped cutter isn't quite exactly round all the way, that's okay, I made it work. Ready to dip? Dip the base of the cupcake into the candy melt, swirl, and lift and let the excess drip off. Place them upside down, and immediately, right after dipping each one of them, place a lollipop stick through the center. And this was a mistake that I made. I waited till I dipped all of them and then put the lollipop stick in, and by that time the candy had hardened, so you can see a few cracks. You want to return this whole pan back to the refrigerator for a few minutes. Now it's time to frost the cupcakes. You can return the candy melts back to the microwave for about 30 seconds if it's a little bit too hard to work with. You're going to take each cupcake and just dip the top into whatever color of frosting that you want, and then you can decorate it with any of your fun sprinkles. Since it's Valentine's Day, of course I add a cute little heart. Stick them on the styrofoam block to dry and make sure they don't touch so they don't stick to each other. When they're completely dry, you can cover them with a bag and tie with a ribbon. And that's it! I hope you have a chance to make these adorable cupcake pops, and I can't wait to see the fun designs that you guys all come up with. And as my kids would say, have a sweet day.